Hello, this is my video for Maniac Mania episode 4. This is a voiceover because this dumbass forgot to turn off the mute button. I forgot to turn off the mute button, so I'm gonna have to voice over this. Yeah, this one, I think I did like 3 challenges. Another one doing with the whole do every animatronic, but slightly harder, which it's just kind of lazy. Like, come on. There's like way better challenges to do. This one, this part I was just saying, oh, these 2 need doors. These 4 technically need doors. These other 2 need masks, and the other 2 I could just ignore. Simple stuff like that. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, like this mute thing I have on my little device. It's kind of hard to tell if it's muted or not. All I know is that it's muted if it's up. It just kind of sucks because, like, yeah, I recorded a whole 50-minute video, but now I have to voice over it in editing, just so that you can actually understand what's happening. Not understand what's happening, but understand what I'm trying to say, you know, which is just annoying. Actually, nothing but that kind of gets rid of the text bubbles, because now so I guess for this video there will be no text bubbles. Maybe meme images here and there, but like no text bubbles, considering I'm already voicing it in post-production, if that's what it's called. I always forget about like how sometimes they'll just go into a side room instead of just going directly to your office. Oh yeah, this night there was a weird thing where like Mario kept on using side rooms. He kept checking, going to that wardrobe room, checking out his capes and such for no reason. Like he did it like 7 times at the night, and then when it was like at 7 a.m. he then finally went to camera 14, and then went to camera 16 2 more times. He only attacked once in that entire night, and I'm pretty sure he's at 50 mode, which is just so weird. I don't have a lot to say, especially considering I don't want y'all like busy from the actual gameplay, because I like FNAF for its gameplay. It's very entertaining. So like I'm not gonna talk as much just so that you can watch the video. Also, if you're wondering why the mute button was on, I don't know. Sometimes they get very fidgetive, so I'd like sometimes switch it off and off again, but I guess I forgot to switch it off. For that 50-minute video, just for it all to be muted. Oh yeah, I think you might have see it, but like there was also like a funny line of Yoshi's Nightmare, Withered, and Regular. I probably should have talked about it when I saw it, but I forgot. Yeah, like you see, like come on, really? You had so many opportunities to get into my office, but he kept on going to camera 5 and 16, which is just really weird. Like you see, yet again, went back into the room instead of into my office. Like, come on. Like, bro, what's so special about your capes? Originally, actually, like, a couple minutes ago, I was thinking about, I'm gonna have to scrap the video, but then I remember you can do a voiceover over footage you have. So, luckily, that's what I'm doing. Which is nice that they have. Yippee, I won. The majority of them use don't look those. That's how they really do in those sections, where like whenever I pause in front of it, I'm just simply saying, oh, you do that, and then you do that. Simple. One thing I'm thinking about is the fact that like when I have to actually do Maniac Mania, it's gonna be so difficult, considering like one difference between the one I did last episode and sooner or later gonna do this episode is the fact that like it has every character except the bonus characters. It only has one of them. So like once it enters Maniac Mania, which is all max, then yeah, I'm not only gonna have to deal with all those, but then I'll also have to deal with all of those bonus characters as well, which is just, they're like pretty easy to do, but like it's still really difficult. Oh yeah, and also in this episode I learned a tech where like, if he, apparently you can click the camera twice to get rid of him instead of just switching cameras, which can be very useful for me, so yeah, it's a nice thing to know. Since I don't really recall what I was mostly saying here, I think I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna talk about random things, because why not? Oh yeah, I was saying something about the lines of, oh, luckily for me, those mask animatronics can't appear if I don't put my camera down. Yeah, no. They can still attack you as long as they exit the vent. So yeah. Fortunately, they died there. To Toyoshi of all people. you know Mania was made by a child? No, not Maniac, but the series. Yeah, Five Nights at Sonic's first started out as like a little project made by a child, where he was just like messing around in a studio, I think. Simple. That's why the intro mentions about an inside joke, yeah. And now look at them. They made this really awesome game. Like, the gameplay is hard, but not the hardest, I believe. I feel like Ultimate Custom is a lot harder. But I do feel like it's very visually appealing. And it was still really nice. Yeah. Oh yeah, also in this video I didn't really go much into the achievement hunting part. For some reason, I don't know why. I got one achievement though, because like at the end of the video I gained enough rings to like purchase all the decorations. So yeah, next episode my office will be absolutely filled to the brim with awesome decorations. Like I said in my first episode, this game actually inspired me to make my own game. Well, actually, a lot of games did. A lot of FNAF fan games. I think more specifically this game, Five Nights at Sonic Mania, as well as Five Nights at Playtime at Percy's. That was the real name. Which, yes, once I'm done with Maniac Mania, I am gonna play Playtime at Percy, because I feel like it deserves a lot more love. Cause like it appeared I feel like there's only like 4 videos actually covering it, despite how peak it is. Like, but if you watch this video, I recommend you watch somebody play Playtime at Percy's, cause like it's such a good game. Oh, my allergies. Back to the topic. I'm also making a FNAF fan game, likely very much in the future. Maybe not even at all, because I don't think I have the skills to make it. There's so far planned. There are 3 total video games. It's called 6 Hours at Charnar's. Who's Charnar? It's of course the main character, you know. So far, like I said, I made 3. First one's gonna take place in a hospital. That idea was actually from my sister. Like, she had that idea. I was like, oh well, if I do make the games, then I'll honor your idea by actually including it in my game. So yeah, first game is gonna take place in a hospital. Second game is gonna take place in a warehouse, which I feel like it's kind of common for that to happen. Wait, no. I think I've only seen one game do that being Five Nights at Candy's. And then the third game will take place in a traditional pizzeria. Although you won't be at the night guard, you'll be the engineer tasked on fixing the robots to progress the night, you know? Very simple, very simple. I'll talk more about it later. But right now, I'm about to complete the night. Not now, but you know. past. I'm gonna need to check my. I'm gonna text my friends about this. Oh yeah, that reminds me. If I recall correctly, what was this YouTube? One of my best friends that I know in real life is LJ Venture. He also has a YouTube channel. He has a lot more content, and it's not focused on one game currently. Mostly a bunch. Like he has Peak videos, Minecraft videos, mostly Roblox videos, Rain Worlds. You got the idea. He has a lot. I think he even has a Twitch. So if you watch this video, I recommend you watch his YouTube channel. So right now I'm doing a voice over on the video. Yeah, I think that's all I have to tell him. Oh yeah, so about the game. The first game, I recently have been taking I've been doing more concepts. Such as how the first animatronic will be very basic. He'll be the Charner, by the way. So his mechanic is simple. He'll make his way to you from the bottom floor to the third floor. Yes, there's floors. The first floor is the entrance. Second floor is the cafeteria, and then the third floor is the patient rooms, which is where your character is going to be located. His name is Nicholas, by the way. So, his mechanic is simple. Close the door on him, and he'll leave. Yeah. Oh yeah, I should probably mention that. You're in a patient room with one door, as well as a computer. And of course the hospital beds, you know. You'll be using the computer to help look at the cameras and activate certain procedures, you know. Yeah. So Charnar, like I said, simple mechanic. Close the door on him if you see him. Simple. But the interesting thing is that at the later nights, that being like 4 AM or something. Yeah, 4 AM, because this game's based off hours. Yeah, anyway, so at 4 AM, you're going to be able to... He'll start becoming more timing based. Because instead of just simply closing the door when he's directly in front of it, instead you have to close the door before he gets in front of it. Because if you don't do that, then he'll grab and force open the door, preventing you from keeping him out. You can still get rid of him by using the flashlight in his eye. But the problem is the fact that the animation is kind of lengthy, which might distract you from the other animatronics and potentially mess up any plans if you're not careful. I think it's a very nice mechanic that's... I think it will definitely help to make the game a bit more complicated. A bit more difficult. Not complicated, that's a bad thing. Okay, then we got the other character. I haven't thought of their name yet. Sleepy, and then something. I was originally gonna call it after my sister, but then I thought that was kind of weird. So... Sleepy Lively. You know what? Yeah, that works. Sleepy Lively. It's dumb, but whatever. Anyway, Lively. Her mechanic is that she relies on a music box to sleep. Kind of like the marionette, but in a different way. Basically, you'll be using... They kind of work more like Springtrap. They'll slowly be making their way to your office, and you have to use the music boxes in order to distract them and get them away from your area. Sorry, my computer like shut down or something. Anyway, so if your computer shut down. Oh, wait. Okay, so you have to then use you have to use the music box in order to like in order to get them away from your office. Very simple, very simple. If they make it to your office, they won't kill you, but will block the door. How will they block the door? Simple. They just sleep in front of it. It will, if it's open, then they'll hold the door open, but if it's closed, then they'll block the door closed. You're probably wondering, wait, isn't that a good thing it's blocked open? I mean, if it's blocked while it's still closed, it is. But I haven't discussed the other animatronic that appears before then. So, before that character appears, I probably should have mentioned them next. We have...
Hey, Luigi. Hey.
I'm not good with names. I'm not good with names. I still haven't chosen a name. I probably should have chosen one. Again, this character was named after my best friend, but again, that's kind of weird. So I'm still thinking of a new name. I'll just go with David for now. Yeah, David. So his mechanic is that same thing as Sharnar. He'll slowly make his way to the hospital room, and to stop him, you have to shock him using a taser that you found. If you, oh yeah, also hooray, I beat the night. You can close the door on him, but he, give me a second. Okay, yeah. Okay. I was just looking it up because like I forgot what it's called. So they're all based off medical conditions, by the way. Yeah. I don't actually recall what they're called, but yeah. Basically, he has a heterophobia with mycotocin, causing so that in the lore of the TV show or commercials, his muscle growth is uncontrollable, which normally is a bad thing. And so how they made that work is that they made it so that the animatronic, he uses a different material, a lot stronger, but yeah, a lot stronger. That's it. So it's because of it's a lot stronger, so you can close the door on him, but with the upgrade, he can easily break down that door. Although it'll still take him a while, so yeah. So if you have to like deal with another animatronic, like Sleepy Lively, then you can like close the door on him for a couple seconds, deal with her, and then tase him. Like, so you could use the door, but it would just more so be used to stall him, not counter him. Yeah. He's the only one susceptible to electricity. Any other character would just simply not be affected because of the different materials, you know. Okay, yeah, so he appears on the second hour, by the way. So yeah, so that means that even if the door is blocked closed by Sleepy Lively, he can just walk up and break it down. Okay.
Next time.
Okay. So another character. Oh, I forgot his name. Okay, so it's kind of one of those things where, like, in the lore of the game, it's one of those things where, like, a character from another show, like of a TV show character, is being used as something they kind of don't stand for, or well, they're not normally known for, like a character like being like a character being used in commercials to like sell you this product, even though like normally you wouldn't see them doing that. Yeah. And so that it's the same thing in my universe. His name is Clockety. He looks like a clock, yeah. It's for a superhero show, by the way. So yeah. He's mechanic is the fact that he will wander the halls, you know, as usual, wander to you, and if he enters, oh god.
You can't call anyone to stop.
Anyway, so he'll simply enter your office and just unlock the door. Yeah, and in order to counter him, you have to hide under the hospital bed, and that's it. He'll close back up the door and stuff. I mean that's if the door is closed. If it's open, he'll just look through, and that's it. Yeah. So yeah, that'll definitely complicate things. And then finally, the final mechanic, non-animatronic mechanic, is overclock. Basically, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but like, the main killer, like the man behind the slaughter character, you know, basically he died on next to a computer, which caused his soul to possess that computer, which turned him into a digital character, which he ended up, and which luckily, due to him being digital, he had, through around 13 years of just kind of doing whatever, he learned how to bypass systems, allowing him to continue his slaughters. Yeah. And so that night, he decided to take over every animatronic and kill everybody. And so Nicholas, the only person alive, the character has a big ego. Not Nicholas, the killer. I'll call him Sean. Sean, he has a lot of, he has a big ego. And so, because of that, he's like, I know I'll win so easily. So, just so that I can give you a try, I'll tell you how they'll work, or how the character works, and then I'll send them to you. So, like, on the computer, it'll say, to deal with this character, close the door on them and stuff. And it's that simple. So yeah, that's how you know the information. He tells you it himself. Yeah, so overclock, how it works is that he's getting a bit more frustrated that you're getting a lot past the hours he expected you to get. So he starts overclocking the animatronics in order to make them faster and more powerful. You may be wondering, wait, that's OP, like, they just become faster? What am I supposed to do against that? So what you do is that there is now a new command on the console. Basically, there's this they have this robot. His purpose is that he helps fix things. He's mostly made out of spare parts, and it doesn't look cute, unlike the other ones. His whole purpose is just to fix and not be seen by the public eye. So yeah, he mostly consists of an old camera, and as well as arms that contain tools like screwdrivers, wrenches, you know, in order to help fix the animatronic. Yeah, so what you'll do is that you can use him. So the whole point of the command is that you can basically tell him, go to this camera, and he'll go there, and if he happens to be in the same room with an animatronic, he'll temporarily shut off the camera, and if the character is overclocked, then he'll temporarily shut them down, and then he'll temporarily shut them down, and they'll stop being overclocked. So yeah. If you send him to a normal animatronic, by the way, he just does nothing. He'll shut off the camera, but then it'll just turn back to normal as if nothing happened. Because that's not his point. He can't fix what's not broken, technically. So yeah. So then the final hour. Wait, actually nothing of it. So Sean, our first hour, second hour is, I already forgot the name I gave him. Dustin, but I think I was in it. Dustin, clocking, and then the overclock. So yeah, that's 5. That's total 5 hours. So in this final 6 hour, he will then get angry. Keep forgetting their names, damn it. Sean. So Sean will then get angry, and so basically he starts. And so the final night will be a Sean night, basically. Kind of inspired by Flumpty's night, if you were wondering, yeah. Yeah, so basically then you'll have, so the entire rest of the hour will just be you fighting him specifically. In which you'll be, I haven't thought of it 100%. Like that's like the only work in progress thing I've been working on. Like I'm thinking about having it so that he'll still take over the electronics, but then he'll add other things like sabotaging the cameras and such. Very simple, yeah. So yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about the game concepts. Yeah, I beat the night. Wow, past me is so great. This night was a lot harder than I thought. I think I died like twice because of it. Oh yeah, and it was all because of one character. One specific character screwed me over so many times. No, I died 3 times actually. That sucks. I'm likely not gonna talk as much because it's probably gonna get cut out. So yeah.
Look at you, in a time and place where you don't belong. We're
You must be unlucky. This place won't be...
Perhaps it's a spike in difficulty. Don't count on it.
Lonely, pal! I've got a guest for you! Give them a warm welcome!
Hello, I'm back. So yeah, that was my last death. So from now on, so this is my final attempt where I actually win. Very nice game. So yeah, if you, I think I would like it if anybody who watched my videos could give me a bit of suggestions on my fan game potentially. Please and thank you.
Hi, Luigi. Welcome to my shop. Have a look and see what you'd
Oh yeah,
like
also
to buy.
by the way, I died to Mighty twice.
Thank you for purchasing.
Technically not
Thank
twice,
you for
but he did
purchasing.
cause one of them.
Thank you for purchasing.
Yeah, as you
Thank
just
you for
saw, yeah, I died to one.
Thank
And
you
then
for
the
purchasing.
guy with the ruby
Thank you for
thing, I
purchasing.
died because apparently he blocked the door despite being there for like 1 second, which caused me to die to the ruby guy because I couldn't close the door on him. Thank you all so much for choosing to watch my video. If you want to see more, click the like and subscribe button. I'm planning on having more content.
Yeah, like,
might take a while because I
this
get
final
sidetracked
night, I
really
became
easily,
like
but
10
besides that,
times more cautious
I
about
hope
Mighty.
you
Because he
enjoyed
went
this
from
video.
like a
Bye.
character that I just didn't care about to a character I had to make sure I knew where he was or else I'd just die. Oh yeah, more lore on my game. Canonically, the character has Sean has that's what I'm talking about. Sean has a split personality disorder. I think you've heard of it. I'm pretty sure people have heard of it before. Which basically means that he sometimes when you meet him he can be like a very nice guy, like he'll like open doors for you and stuff. But then sometimes he'll have a breakdown in which he'll lose. He doesn't become psychopathic. He just simply has a bad temper. He has a bad temper, in which sometimes during those outbreaks, which did later on happen, he'll eventually say it would lead to him killing a person. He had one of these breakdowns in a hospital, which caused the cops to get called on him, and he had a hostage. He got shot, died, and fell on a computer, which, like I mentioned, he ended up possessing. It's a unique lore thing, actually. He possessed two things at once. And an interesting thing I wanted to do is the fact that, like, despite him, he doesn't have one soul. He has two souls. The regular one, the nice one, and then the one with the bad temper. That bad temper one ended up corrupting the computer, or gave himself a body in the computer, while the nice one ended up possessing the machine that I mentioned fixes the robots. Yeah, he ended up possessing that one. So same person in two animatronics and two things at the same time. Yeah. That's why it's actually the only one he can't corrupt, actually. It's because it's already possessed by a soul, and you can't just hack into a soul. Very nice lore I cooked up, yeah. Oh yeah, so like I said, I would like a suggestion for Sean's hour. Yeah, this was gone. I would like some suggestions on what to do, like mechanics like potentially use for Sean's hour. Cause like I feel that's the only thing I'm kind of worried about. I'm like, what unique thing could I do for that night? Which kind of sucks. Yay, I beat the night. Heck yeah. This is the end of this is basically the end of the video, by the way. Yeah. At the last part, I simply look at jump scares, look at the new music I found, or unlocked because I beat the night. I got confused. Apparently, despite hovering mine over Sonic Generations, it for some reason played the Genesis remix twice, which was interesting. Yeah, like I mentioned, I then buy all the decorations because I had enough money to. So yeah, next episode, a lot of decorations. Got an achievement. Okay, so here it is. So these are costumes. You purchase it, go to the custom nights, and then you can have an animatronic wear it. Like the Luigi Kid one, who's a YouTuber. He's in the game, and he replaces that animatronic that likes to appear in the posters. Anyway, yeah, I was just looking. That's the end of this video. It kind of sucked that I had to do a voiceover this entire thing, but like, whatever.